A recurring image that's been coming forward has been the mirror, and this is a mirror of confusion, and more specifically, confusion in order to get us to a deeper place within ourselves. And this deeper place is a deeper connection to our intuition, a deeper connection to our genius, the awakening of our genius, and soul expansion and growth. There's this big expansive energy in the air right now, and it's coming through confusion or trickster energy that is challenging us to see things in a different way. And this new perception that wants to come online, this new way of seeing things and viewing ourselves and viewing our lives that wants to come online, is really going to happen with a very simple perspective shift that opens us up into a whole new realm. And there's a high multi-dimensional aspect to this, of us waking up to different layers of ourselves and different layers to our lives, and seeing how the simple reality of how we perceive and how we view things, how that plays into our creation and how that plays into the reality we create for ourselves, is actually astronomical. It's actually, on one hand, it can seem kind of, ridiculous, it's so simple, but on the other hand, it's actually mind-blowing how our perception is such a critical part of how we create and how we experience. And this confusion, again, is playing the central role in this shift, in this new perspective shift. And there's something on our minds, there's something on our hearts that's been asking and asking and asking. And if this is you, it's trying to get you to get to a place of not judging it, not being in a place of, well, I can't move forward because of X, Y, and Z, or I feel stuck because of X, Y, and Z. And it's trying to shift our perspective in this really beautiful way so that we can break open and really change our habits and change the way we take action and the way we do things in really dramatic ways with this really simple shift. And it's actually can feel very challenging in the moment, but once we get through it, it feels very simple. And looking back on it, it looks like it was so simple. It's hard to believe we couldn't have gotten that, or how we didn't see it before. But that's the beauty of this energy, because once we go through it and once we see, okay, that shift that I made really made a big impact, and it was actually something simple, even though I kind of worked it up and made it big in the moment while I was going through it. That's wisdom, and we can take that as wisdom in moving forward, which ultimately helps us lighten us up and helps us not take things too seriously, and to really, if we are feeling that density, to remind ourselves, okay, there's growth happening, there's this change that wants to take place in my perception. I'm not in a bad place. I'm not going through this for no reason. How can I view this differently, and how can I see this differently so that I can learn something from it and break open into a new reality? And that's the gift of this confusion, is to break us open into a new reality. So if it is challenging, that's actually a good sign. That means that you are awakening untapped potential, untapped magic, untapped skills, talents, and abilities. And it's bringing you to a whole new heights of how you can create through your perception, and how your perception plays into how you create and what you are creating. So hopefully this message didn't confuse anyone further, but it's something that I've been recently going through, and the fairies are actually the ones who came through in order to help me through this, and they came through very strongly with trickster energy and confusion energy, and trying to break me out of an old pattern, a very deep-seated, deep-rooted fear that I was letting it have more control than it deserved, and I was giving it more weight than it was due, and I hadn't realized that it was very subconscious, and they sort of brought that up in their own magical way. So also be open to realizing new things and realizing, ways we've been holding ourselves back in really unexpected ways, and having our perception shift, our point of view sort of flip on its head in really unexpected ways, and perhaps even really suddenly or unexpectedly. This is all a gift that's bringing us into a whole new realm and a whole new dimension within ourselves, which is ultimately going to help us create in really beautiful new ways, and get us closer to our heart's desires and our deepest yearnings from that heart-centered, heart-based place. So I hope this message resonates. I'm sending love and wishing you well. Bye.